So when the cops surround you and they're coming after you, you have to know how to. Javro, what's going on, my friend? So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So the cops are going to surround me here. These aren't the videos I'm going to show, but since I had that conversation with Mr. P, I want to go ahead and I want to show you what happens when the cops surround you and how to handle that.
You're trash. You're speaking about rights. You're not allowed to 13-year-old to have it.
Walk outside.
Trash.
Let's go.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Heacock 2816. Walk outside.
I'm doing business in here, actually.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it outside.
Well, I'm actually inside of a public building right now.
You are, but I'm asking you.
I'm the press. I'm a constitutional law scholar, so I have a right to do this. She can melt down.
I'm not saying you don't have the right.
You need to keep the peace.
Walk outside.
De-escalate.
Walk outside, please.
De-escalate.
Walk outside, please.
You guys, just so you know,
Come on.
there's like,
That's fine. That's fine.
Listen, let me explain something to you. No. So they're surrounding me. So you guys understand. So I step away. I want you guys to understand something. What I do for a living is I stress test our rights. Okay, so that means I'm a constitutional law scholar. And what I do, I go to public buildings and I film. Now, I have a right to do it. Your job, sir, is not to tell me to go outside. Your job is to correct her and say, he has a, I'm not disturbing the peace. I've raised my voice.
Understand.
Sure.
I understand.
Name and badge number.
Sergeant Elena, badge number 1781.
Name and badge number, sir.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Pause.
No.
Pause.
I can't pause the camera. Right, but I'll never get access to that camera footage. You guys beat me up or hurt me or kill me. I mean, you know I won't.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Right.
If you're disturbing her and causing a disturbance in here, then we have the right to have you removed.
Well, so let me help you out. Okay. Let me give you a little bit of education. So when I came in here, that woman actually called me over to be on camera. It's on video. Okay. So that means that it was consent. Right.
But all we hear is you guys yelling back and forth.
No, you didn't hear me yell.
I hear you yelling back and forth.
I haven't raised my voice because I know my rights inside and out. Okay. And what I do is, if you violate my rights, and I don't want to do it. I'm really busy.
I know. That ain't my first rodeo.
Right. But the thing is your name goes on the civil rights lawsuit, and it takes me so much time. I'm so bogged down in lawsuits. I'm so bogged down. I'm literally begging you, please don't make me sue you. Just respect my rights. Get the woman to calm down. I have a First Amendment right to be pressed in this public building, and I have not disturbed the peace. So I need you to uphold my rights, sir. That's what I need. Please don't walk behind me. I don't want a bunch of cops surrounding me.
So
Do you notice what I've done here? So when they approached me and they were going crazy, I began to whisper. And then when they started to come here, I turned my back and walked away, put down something, opened my water bottle, turned back around, and my voice went lower. And I said, let me explain something to you. Do you see how I didn't escalate the situation, and I'm narrating for the camera the whole time, the entire time? So, since I want you guys to learn how to do it, so that you know how to do it, and then I'm gonna expose another fraud here real quick because so this guy right here in 2021, this guy's named the Danish guy. In 2021, I was attacked by the mob on TikTok when I told Talib Kweli to get on his knees. He then said, oh, look at a white man telling a black man to get on his knees. I had 10,000 people attack my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. This guy, the Danish guy, he is a really good investigator. I actually had seen his channel and I had a lot of respect for his ability to investigate people. This guy called me on the phone. What he didn't know is I record all my phone calls. And in my book, I got a chapter about this guy. And the Danish guy, this guy here, he's a narcissist. He's a race baiter. And what this guy did is he investigated me. And I asked him, did you find anything racist in my past? You called my mother, my sister, my brother. You called my high school friends. You called employers. You called everybody I've ever known. I said, did you find anything about me? He said, no. And I said to him, did you tell the mob, the racist mob, he's a racist mob? Did you tell them that I'm not a racist? And he said, no. And I said, why don't you tell them? And he said, did you say anything about me? And I said, I don't know you. Why would I say anything about you? And then he hung up the phone. I recorded it. I'm going to release that in my book, an audio book. This guy right here, he's another one of these guys on YouTube. He's supposed to have a mission to expose people. But if the investigation he does on you doesn't bear the fruits of you being a racist, he won't reveal those findings. You guys are welcome to to subscribe to his channel if you'd like. You can watch his videos. He's a very good investigator. But then when it came to revealing the truth, and he told me on the phone that he found nothing racist in my past because I'm not a racist, he didn't reveal the information to the mob that was attacked. My TikToks got deleted. My Instagram got deleted. My Facebook page got deleted. Everything I had on social media was deleted because when there's 10,000 people attacking you, there's hackers and all kinds of people. And this guy, I just want to expose him. You're a good investigator, but you're a fraud. You don't reveal the truth. You reveal what gets you clicks and likes and views and comments. So I just want to make sure that, because now I'm going to show you Raggle Monkey's video here, and I'm going to have to heavily redact some of these things because I want people to hear the phone call I had with Mr. P. This video only has 7,000 views on it. Thank you, Roger. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Someone put 50 in, I didn't see these. I try not to look too much at the comments. Thank you guys for the super chats. Let me see if I can find those people and I'll put them up on the screen. So Raggle Monkey's video, please go over to Raggle Monkey's channel. Dark Wolf, thank you. And subscribe to Raggle Monkey. He's an on the street auditor, not like someone like Lackluster who just steals people's videos to make money for himself. And so there's his link right there. Subscribe to Raggle Monkey and drop a comment. Let me show you something. So not only am I subscribed and I liked the video on Raggle Monkey's video, I went down and I dropped a comment. Oh, that was intense AF. I could feel her pain. I dropped a couple comments. I may not be able to find them because sometimes YouTube either deletes them or they sift to the bottom. So Raggle Monkey, though, is an actual on the street activist auditor. He doesn't make videos from his front porch filming police. Front porch auditors. And so I want to just let you guys, I got to be really careful what I show here because now it's been blurred. So hopefully YouTube China doesn't demonetize the video because then less people will see my video. Thank you, Dark Wolf. I appreciate you so much contributing. And the way you guys can really contribute, if you can afford to buy my $25 trifold, then I can send more out for free. And then also you're getting a gigantic value by using the trifold. This is how you can support me the most. This is because then I don't have to cover your video of you getting unalived. And that's so weird how we can't say that you got killed or you're dead. We can't say those words because then the YouTube censors will demonetize or degrade or downgrade or put your video in the cellar. And I find that so disturbing. I find it so, thank you, Bizwatch. I appreciate that. Basil, I took a look at your audit the other day. You and I'm going to jump on the phone with you, Basil. I want to give you a little coaching. Okay. If you want it. Thanks, Vin. I appreciate that. $50 donation. God bless you, dude. Thank you. We don't stop. Can you put that in the chat for me? We don't stop. Can you put it in the chat for me? We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. Our rights and politics. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I super appreciate it. Thank you. April Rain is one of those people who's a big supporter. She's constantly giving me love, constantly supporting me. She buys hoodies. She buys trifolds. You know, Ms. Constitutional Rights is here. She's a big supporter. She's a big supporter. Jessica Kersgard's in here. She's a big supporter. Felicia's in here. She's a big supporter. Let's Go OTVO, a big supporter. There's all these people in here are supporters. Scrubzilla, been a friend of mine for a long time, and I'm grateful to you. So thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I told someone something today. I said, listen, and this is a little bit, a little saucy here. Okay. But I told someone today, you may not like me. You may say I'm a little rough around the edges. Let me tell you what I really am. I'm that hard dick that's required to make a beautiful baby. That's what I am. And you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. There's nobody else that you'll ever vote for governor who's been abused like I have, who's been lied about like I have, who's been cheated like I have, who's been charged with over 13, 14 felonies, been charged with 20, 40 misdemeanors. I've been arrested 2 or 3 dozen times in multiple states across the country. They won't be able to change my pedigree because they didn't know I have a near photographic memory. They didn't know that I could learn the law, and they want to stop me. And they'll do anything to stop me. That's why when I came onto YouTube, when I had 16,000 subscribers, the people in the so-called 1A community all banded together James Freeman, Lackluster, Accountability for All. They all made videos about me and said how I was a terrible person. Put a 1 in the chat if you got a free trifold from me. Put a 1 in the chat if I've sent you a free cop card. I just want to see how many people are here watching that I've sent you in the mail a free trifold, that I've sent you in the mail a free cop card. That's mission, boys. People say, man, Chille, how are you getting so many subscribers so fast? It's called having a mission, bud. It's called having a mission. When you're on a mission, people can see your mission and they'll jump on board with you. And then when they hear frauds like Lackluster say, he has victims of violence, we're just protecting them, they go, then prove it, Dale. Then prove it. Prove it. Look at 1111. That's how many people I've given free products to where I don't make any money off that sale. So that's the thing. You have to have a mission. So I'm going to show Raggo Monkey's video here. God bless Raggo Monkey. I love this man. He's a real freedom fighter. And he's out on the street, taking on cops face to face, disrespecting those pigs for joining a Death Star. You can't be good and agree to do those policies, procedures, and protocols. You can't. You do those policies, procedures, and protocols, and you cannot be good. Chris Boudreau is in here. He's got a trifold. Jessica Kirstead has a trifold. Jessica Kirstead's a huge contributor. Jessica donates to my Cash App. I get a Cash App from Jessica. Don't even ask. It's just incredible. People are starting to see that we have a mission and that we don't stop. You can't change what's happened to me. I can't forget it. I'll never forget what you did to me. I'll never forget you putting me in the torture cuffs and my hands turning blue. I'll never forget what you did. I will get rid of torture cuffs as governor. I will ban them. I will ban the torture chair in jails and prisons. I will ban the turtle suit. We could build a plastic bubble of industrial grade plastic that you can't even cut unless you have a razor blade. Why don't we do that? You want to jump on the ground head first? Do it inside the plastic bubble. Why don't we do that? Because then it's not about the torture cuff company making billions of dollars a year off you. Felicia is a huge supporter. Felicia can't send me. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Felicia. She can't send me Cash App and Venmo and PayPal because she's in Australia. You know what she does? Felicia goes down to Western Union, pays the fee of the cost to send me the Western Union, and then sends me a Western Union for other people, for their lawyer, for their bail, for their lawsuit. There's a Citizens Broadcast Cooperative has been here with me since the beginning. Never left me. All those people made videos about me, said I was so bad, I was such a piece of shit. Citizens Broadcast Cooperative told them all, eat a dick. It's Bruce has been with me since the beginning. Kevin Gordon's been with me since the beginning. All these people have been with me. Roy is a regular contributor every single time I do a live stream. This man is donating 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 memberships to people. Chevy is a huge contributor. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Chevy. Okay. Chevy, I love you, buddy. When I was in Ironton, Ohio, I was broken and upside down and didn't have a dime. I had given away so many trifolds, I was overdrafted by thousands of dollars. Chevy supported me, sent me money, kept me alive when I had nothing. And I just can't thank you guys enough for your backing and your support. Bruce has been here with me since the very beginning. Never left me. Never left me.
Hey, what's up, America?
Raggo Monkey, everybody. A real activist, a real auditor, a real man right there. This man is. You have my respect, my admiration. You are a real G, brother. I got your back. Anything happens to you, I'll get you out.
Raggo Monkey, party. Hey, what's up, America? Raggo Monkey, reporting live, Miami-Dade County, Florida. Right now, it is 11:58 a.m., February 20th, 2024. As you can see, I'm in my living room. I'm shaking at the moment from the video I just witnessed of Miami-Dade police unaliving a man on his driveway in front of his children.
Why can't he say it, that the cops killed somebody in their driveway? I'll just say it. My videos are all demonetized anyway. Very few of my videos are monetized because YouTube China won't let me show what the cops do to us. Where April's a huge supporter. Chris Alderson, supporter. Stomper's here. God bless you, Stomper. Thank you for coming. Why can't he say that the cops killed somebody in their driveway? I'll say it. The cops killed somebody in their driveway and then let them bleed out on the ground right there. No standard of care. You're going to demonetize my videos anyway. F you, YouTube China. I'll say whatever I want. Demonetize my videos. That's fine. Do what you're going to do.
These are plainclothes Miami-Dade police pigs that didn't identify themselves, that did not use police lights or sirens, and they shot this guy on his driveway in front of his family. They never tried to help him. They never tried to save his life. All they did was talk shit to his family. The police officers called for fire rescue, but they never tried to save him. And this is not the first time that plainclothes officers that don't identify, that don't use lights and don't use sirens, kill somebody in Miami-Dade County. These gangsters, this is not the first time they do this. And they're going to get away with it because the state attorney never prosecutes these people. Okay? They claim that the guy had a gun or that the guy pulled out a gun. Is bullshit. And these plainclothes officers never have body cam. Very rarely do they have body cam. I was able to get the last guy they killed. One of the cops was wearing a body cam, but they muted a lot of footage. This video that you're going to see is crazy. This is insane. This happened November 29, 2024. No, 2023. So it happened a couple months ago on Thanksgiving, around that time. This is insane. A lot of people are covering it in Miami-Dade County. I'm currently on the computer. It was covered by Local 10 News, WPLG, Christina Vasquez. I'll put the news article, I'll put it in the description.
No, you guys are letting him die. And that's at 5 minutes and 49 seconds. Look what happens when they got a female cop who got shot. Watch this. Ready? Okay, cop pulls up on the scene at 23:48. Cop pulls up on the scene, and one of the team blue. Remember, if you're not on team blue, they don't care what happens to you. Put it in the chat. If you're not on team blue, they don't care what happens to you. That man's been laying on the ground bleeding out for at least the last 5 minutes that we watched. 23 minutes and 48 seconds is when the cop pulls up on the ground. We'll see how long it takes before they have her whisked away into the car and rushing her to the hospital.
I'm right here. I'm okay. I'm okay. Take care of Greg. Take care of Greg.
He's on top of her within 10 seconds.
Take care of Greg.
Come on.
I can't, brother. I don't think I can.
Come on, help me get her in the car.
In your car?
Yeah, my car.
Brother, I need help.
25
Did you get a
seconds.
tonic,
Yeah.
Within 25 seconds, they're getting her to the
All right,
car.
where are you shot? Just on the
Hold
leg?
on. Hold on. Let me help. I think that's her only.
Cop sucker's helping him.
It's her only. Right here.
They have her in the car within 30 seconds. Within 38 seconds, she's in the back of the car getting care. They adjust a tourniquet on her.
I think it's just my boy. Oh my God.
It's gonna hurt.
I know.
It hurts when you get shot. We're exactly 1 minute in. He's adjusting the tourniquet to make sure he can save her life.
I know.
Oh my God.
I got shot in the car.
I'm getting her to the hospital.
And as soon as the car starts to move, we'll pause it again. Running red, sirens on, 25 minutes. We started at 23:38. Within 82 seconds, they have that pig whisked off and go into the hospital for getting shot in the leg. She's crying and screaming. Yet they let the man lay on the ground and bleed out. Let me guys tell you something. Drop Dead 74 just sent me a Cash App for $200 just now. Oh, this was last night, it looks like. I'm just checking my Cash App here. Drop Dead 74 just sent me $200 on my Cash App. Thank you. We don't stop.
Get down. We're gonna take care.
There's the ambulance. My dad is not breathing.
She's been crying for 4 minutes and 20 seconds, and they haven't even touched the man on the ground. She's been crying for at least 4 minutes and 21 seconds. They haven't even put their hands on him.
My dad is not breathing.
They're just standing over him, looking at him.
Come over.
Dad! No! Dad! Dad!
Blood coming out everywhere. There's blood all over the ground. This video will be demonetized, and this video will be age restricted. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna hide the truth because YouTube China. There's no one sticking a finger in his head where they have the murder gloves to murder you, but the plastic gloves are actually called surgical gloves. And the reason you have surgical gloves is to protect yourself from getting an autoimmune disease or from getting hepatitis when someone else is bleeding. They have the murder gloves, the surgical gloves, but yet they let the man lay on the ground and bleed out. And she's screaming, please, you're letting him die.
Dad! 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 No! I mean, they're not letting me get. They're killing my dad! They're killing my dad! No one's helping my dad! No one's helping my dad! No one's helping my dad! My dad!
Heartbreaking.
My dad! My dad!
They won't let her get in and put the finger in his head to stop the bleeding either. They're just standing around him as he bleeds out.
My dad! You guys hurt my dad! My dad! Where's the? Why is he getting arrested? That's my dad!
Why did y'all even come and do this?
I need to go tell my grandma. I need to close the gate. My kids are inside.
Why are they grabbing him and putting him in torture cuffs? They're the murderers.
Looks like we need to get airlifted. The only place they airlift stuff is at the gas station. So take him there, please.
Please.
The fire rescue's coming to
They're begging for a standard of care. If it was one of theirs, they would be on top of him, putting a finger in the holes. If you're not on Team Blue, they don't care about you. That's the fact. If you're not on Team Blue, they don't care about you. Right here, Javro said it. You still need to apply direct pressure, elevate unused pressure points to stop the bleeding. But they're not doing that. With enough blood falling out of his head, he has a stroke because there's not enough blood supply to oxygenate the brain. Oxygen is carried in your blood. Oh, you got it? Great. Great. Yep. Hey, JB, let's go ahead and fill the those free trifolds today too. And make sure you send them an email confirming that we're sending them one out, would you? Appreciate that.
No, you guys are letting him die. No! Call Tia, please.
Rescue's on the way. Bro.
My dad. I need to go. Can I just please see what's going on? They're not letting me see what's going on. You guys, my dad. And then my kid. My back open. Dad! Please, can I just go back into the property, please? Show them the picture of the people that came in.
Yes.
Please. They're probably the ones
Where's
that...
the other guys at? Oh, I didn't take a picture of them. I couldn't. Okay. This is reference Bro, they just came and tried to steal our stuff, and we're sitting out here outside to see if they pass by. Yes.
My dad.
I ran.
Dad.
Oh no, I want to see if my dad's okay. Please, can I sit next to him? Please.
They're begging.
Please, can I sit next to him? He has nothing on him. You can check my pockets. Please, can I sit next to my dad?
I don't have nothing. I just need to see. I need to see what's going on. My grandma has heart conditions and she doesn't like police. So please, can I go check on that? Grandma has heart conditions and she doesn't like police. So please, can I go check on that?
Put a 1 in the chat if you don't like police. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't like police. Is my website working? Someone just texted me and said that they tried to order something and the website didn't work. Is my website working? Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Tommy. Appreciate your support. God bless you. We don't stop. We're not going to stop. If we stop, we die. If we stop, it's you outside crying. Please save my dad. Please give him some care. Please. And they said fire and rescue's coming because they don't have a standard of care. Their standard of care is only for officer safety. Their standard of care is not for you. If you're not on Team Blue, they don't care what happens to you. I'm not sure if my website's working. I hope it is. But someone texted me and said the website, they tried to order a trifold and it didn't work. I hope it's working. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. I got your PayPal. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And this will never stop. We have to do this together. We can't stop. It's going to be you begging for them to at least put a Band-Aid, put a cloth over his hole, put a hand, do something. And they're begging. Listen to the words that they're saying. They're begging. They're begging. Listen to the last 15 seconds.
Please, can I sit next to him? Please.
Please, can I sit next to him, please?
Please, can I sit next to him?
Please, can I sit next to my father?
He has nothing on him. You can check my pockets. Please, can I sit next to my dad?
I don't have nothing. I just need to see. I need to see what's going on. My grandma has heart conditions and she doesn't like police. So please, can I go check on that? Something I need to go. I need to get a hold on the situation that's happening. My grandma's probably freaking out inside. My dad's dying on the fucking ground and there's no ambulance anywhere. You guys aren't doing anything. Why?
Put him in the back of a car.
Listen, it's an investigation. We're trying to make sure everything gets taken.
My kids are in.
You're trying to make sure everything gets taken care of. He just said we're trying to make sure everything gets taken care of. Doesn't look like it. Looks like you killed a guy and you're not giving him any standard of care. SOC, standard of care. Why aren't they doing anything? I got to keep my composure. I got to make sure I stay solid.
Inside though.
They're on the way. They're almost here.
Can the gate be closed, please, so my kids can't get out?
Close it. Come on, let's go close it. Hey, that's your car right here.
Just don't leave. No, he has to stay. Please let him know what's going on with the situation. Please. My dad. Why'd you? This is his property. My.
Now let's just have a seat.
Where is he?
I got you, Larry. I got you. I appreciate you if you buy anything else, but let me know what your order number is, and I'll take care of you in a big way.
Let's have a seat, all right?
I need to close my gate.
I'll close it. I'll close it for you. Look, I'll close it.
No, you guys are you are detaining me against
She just asked to check on her grandma. And instead of allowing her to check on her grandma, they're going to lock her in the back of a car.
No.
My dad's on the ground. He is dying on the ground. My dad is dying on the ground. Close the gate. Don't let my kids out. My dad is on the ground.
Get in the car.
No,
Get in the car.
I'm not arrested. I'm
You're
not
not
doing
being
anything
arrested.
wrong. I don't have to be in the car.
You do have to be in the car.
I don't have to be in the car, sir.
There's no standard of care. Sorry. That's a tough one. That was a tough one to watch. To hear them begging. Let's count it, okay? Let's go back and count. All right. I'm gonna say press with rancor. You keep track how many times she asks for care for her father. You keep track. They're going to demonetize my video anyway, but Deadhead74 just sent me $200, so that's fine. Press with rancor. You keep track of how many times he asks. You keep track of how many times she asks for them to take care, to let them take care. And Ms. Constitutional Rights. You keep track of how many times he says, the young son says, please let me sit by my father. Just count how many times it's actually said. We're going to watch it all the way from the beginning again. I'm already broken over this, so fudge it. Let's just watch it again. And let's count how many times they beg for help for their father and they don't get it.
Get in the car.
Live. DA. In front of or family. Talk. This early 20.
Thanks, Rago.
News.
Thanks, Rago.
Office.
No, you
County. People reporting.
Okay.
Thank you for watching. Rago Monkey.
Are we ready? Okay, press. You're going to keep track of the female, and Ms. Constitutional Rights is going to keep track of the male. How many times they beg for themselves to just be over, to go over and take care of their father. Okay. Thank you, Roy.
Someone came into our property and my dad drove out to chase them.
I know. We pulled over. We identified ourselves, and he pulled out a gun on us.
That's my dad. That's my dad. The cops hurt my dad. The cops hurt my dad. The cops hurt my dad. Dad's on the ground. They hurt Dad. They hurt my dad.
That is fine. Just step back.
No, he's not fine. He's not breathing. He's not breathing. My dad is not breathing. My dad is not breathing. My dad is not breathing.
Calm down. Calm down.
My dad is not breathing.
Get down. We're gonna take care of it. Calm down.
My dad is not breathing. My dad is not breathing.
Calm down. Calm down.
Hermanito, be careful. They might shoot you.
Sergeant, where's the other guy at?
Where's my dad? Why is my dad on the ground? They just tried robbing us, and why is my dad on the ground? Why? He's not breathing.
You're good.
He's not breathing. He's not breathing.
I can't count.
Where's the ambulance?
How many times has she said it now that my dad's not breathing, that my dad needs help? How many times? I mean, we'll do it at the end. I hope you're keeping good track.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
No. Where's the ambulance? My dad is not breathing. My dad is not breathing.
Come over.
Dad! No! Dad! 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 No! I need... They're not letting me get... They're killing my dad! They're killing my dad! No one's helping my dad! No one's helping my dad!
She's saying it.
No one's helping my dad!
He's saying it again.
My My dad!
Again.
My dad! My dad! My dad! You guys hurt my dad! My dad! Where's it? Why is he getting arrested? That's my dad!
Why did y'all even come and do this?
I need to go tell my grandma. I need to close the gate. My kids are inside.
Looks like he needs to get airlifted. The only place they airlift stuff is at the gas station. So take him there, please.
Please.
From him? From the boy?
No, you guys are letting him die.
Again from her?
No. Call Tia, please.
Rescue's on the way.
I need to go. Can I just please see what's going on? They're
Again.
not letting me see what's going on.
Again.
You guys, my dad, and then my kid, my door open. Please, can I just go back into the property, please?
Again.
Show him the picture of the people that came in.
Yes.
Please, they're probably the ones
Where's the
that.
other guys at?
Bro, I didn't take a picture of
That's
them. I
it?
couldn't.
Okay. This is reference to truck.
Bro, they just came and tried to steal our stuff when we're sitting out here outside to see if they passed by. Yes.
My dad.
I ran.
Dad.
Oh no, I want to see if my dad's okay. Please, can I sit next to him, please? Please, can I
Twice
sit
from him.
next to him?
3 times
He
from
has
him.
nothing on him. You can check my pocket. Please, can I sit next to my dad?
I don't have nothing. I just need to see. I need to see what's going on. My grandma has heart conditions and she doesn't like police. So please, can I go check on that? Something I need to go. I need to get a hold on the situation that's happening. My grandma's probably freaking out inside. My dad's dying on the fucking ground, and there's no ambulance anywhere. You you guys aren't doing anything. Why?
Listen, it's an investigation. We're trying to make sure everything gets taken.
My kids are inside.
Did you hear what this pig just said? Did you hear what this pig just said?
Listen, it's an investigation. We're trying to make sure everything gets taken.
My
Listen, it's an investigation. We're trying to make sure everything gets taken care of. You mean for you and your team and your jackboot thug pig organization?
No, you guys aren't doing anything. Why?
Listen, it's an investigation. We're trying to make sure everything gets taken.
My kids are inside though.
Where's the ambulance?
They're on the way. They're
They both asked for ambulances again.
almost here.
Can the gate be closed, please, so my kids can't get out?
Close it. Come on, let's go close it. Hey, what up? That's your car right here?
Don't leave. No, he has to stay. Please let him know what's going on with the situation. Please. My dad. Why'd you? This is his property. My.
Now let's just have a seat.
Where is he?
Just have a seat, all right?
I need to close my gate.
I'll close it. I'll close it for you. Look, I'll close it.
No, you guys are you are detaining me against my.
No.
My dad's on the ground. He is dying on the ground. My dad is dying on the ground. Close the gate. Don't let my kids out. My dad is on the ground.
Get in the car.
No, I'm not arrested. I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't have to be in the car.
You do have to be in the car.
I don't have to be in the car, sir.
How many times was that? How many times did they beg for help? How many times? Can anybody tell me? He died alone on the ground, bleeding out with cops walking over him. You got a count, press? You got a count, Ms. Constitution? Do we have a count? Does anybody else have a count of how many? Basil counted 62. That's 6 times every minute. 7 times every minute. How many times was that? Yeah. The whole video is how many times they asked for standard of care for their loved one. The whole video, from the time the video started running. When I was in Ironton, Ohio, and I had been wrongfully arrested for peacefully protesting, put in the dungeon, Corey came down, a resident of Ironton, and bailed me out. Not knowing me, never met me, came down and put $1,500 up. He didn't have the $1,500 to give me. Money was allocated for rent, bills. He'd already had that money allocated to something else. Corey came down to the jail and bailed me out of the jail, not knowing if I would be able to pay him back. I didn't have the money. And when they arrested me, they snatched my phone, and I had hundreds of confidential informants who had told me about the bad pigs in Ironton, Ohio. If you guys are not watching American Patriot Forever, you need to watch that channel. One of the moderators can drop the link for American Patriot Forever. They took my phone with hundreds of confidential informants in it. They arrested me. I was overdrawn because I had given away too many trifolds. And at that time, I went live because I needed money. I didn't have any money. I was overdrawn on my bank accounts. And I had to pay back Corey. So that means that I needed to make enough money to cover the overdraft fees and make enough money to pay back Corey. So I sat there live for 2 hours and e-begged for people to help me. And I raised enough money to pay back Corey. But at that time, when they had snatched my phone with all the confidential informants in it, and then they arrested somebody else who was a confidential informant for me that same day. And I didn't know if they arrested him based on the information he had told me that was in my phone. At that time, I was on camera, and there was 2,000 or 3,000 people in the room watching what was going on in the live stream. There's a little over 520 here today, right now. I wanted to cry. I literally, just like a second ago, where tears start dripping down my face, I felt like I was starting to cry because life is hard. And I try to cry, once a month. I try to get a good cry by myself or in my car. I try to get a cry out. It's good for your blood pressure. And I had high blood pressure. Now it's down below 140. So it's still a little high. But the point is, though, is I have to be able to hold it together. You think this is hard watching this? When I run for governor, there's going to be, right now, there's just troll channels and 1A people who are jealous that make videos about me with no witnesses, no definitive proof of anything I've ever hurt anybody or cheated anybody ever. And so right now, those are just people who they're jealous because I say the truth, that qualified immunity is not the problem. It's Terry versus Ohio. And they've been preaching the whole time they're on YouTube. It's qualified immunity because they're not constitutional law scholars. So, but the reason why I don't sit here and break down and cry with you guys, because I know that a few of you in here have told me you're crying right now as you watch this, is because I can't do that. I can't. I'm a strong man, but constitutional rights says, did you say I have no idea? Oh no, somebody else who said that. I can't sit here and cry with you guys. In person we can, we can get together and have a nice cry, but I can't sit here and boo-hoo. I have to remain strong. I have to remain strong. And as you see, it still hurts me dramatically to see and feel these things that I see and feel. But I can't. I got to be able to suck it back and pull it back in. I can't let myself go to become an emotional mess. If I was going to do that, I would say we should hire pigtail cops, but we can't do that. We can't do that. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. So we're going to follow up on the story. We're going to see where this goes, how this goes down, what happens here. Once again, Jughead 70, Deadhead 74. Thank you for your Cash App. I appreciate that. Thank you for donating to me and believing in me and supporting me. Yeah. It's not qualified immunity, y'all. It's Terry versus Ohio and Pennsylvania versus Mims and all the policies that spring forward from Terry versus Ohio. That's the actual problem. That was tough. That was tough. My gut's a mess. I'm a mess. Let me pull myself together here. That was tough. That was tough. Ship them to Washington, D.C., please, ASAP. Today is Wednesday, so make sure they're there by Friday. 2-day mail that if you would, and I will pay for the shipping and handling. I'm sorry. There's things I have to do. There's a lot of things. I'm going to send you something, JB, here, and send this man off 2 trifolds and 2 cop cards. And then did you see the envelope that came back today? Yeah. That we're going to send that priority mail and get him, and it'll cost $10, but just get him his products because it came back in the mail. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It will not prosecute a former Anchorage police officer. It will not prosecute a former Anchorage police officer charged in December with operating an unmarked police patrol car under the influence while off duty on J-Bear. Lauren Maxwell was in the courtroom this morning as the 24-year-old former officer was due to be arraigned.
Well, that former officer, Ethan Copeland, did show up for his arraignment, but he didn't have to stay very long. We're finding out that the state would not prosecute. Copeland was charged in early December for driving an unmarked patrol car on base while intoxicated, as well as a charge of drunk in possession of a firearm. Now, as you mentioned, he was off duty at the time. Today in the courtroom, Copeland watched as Assistant Attorney General Ron Dupuis told the judge the state was declining to prosecute the case.
State's declining the charge, is that right?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Okay. All right, so the case is declined. Do you know if there's any intention to investigating, or do you think it's declined?
Judge, I think that will conclude the criminal investigation.
Okay.
And Assistant Attorney.
So remember what I said earlier.
It's declined. Do you know
The state was declining.
So this guy was drunk driving, one of the biggest problems in America, and we get arrested, get charged with felonies, get put in torture cuffs and drug off to the dungeon. But if you're a pig,
to prosecute the case.
State's declining the charge, is that right?
That's correct, Judge.
the state, the district attorney, remember now, so just remember, the district attorney works with the pigs day in and day out. To get the warrant to raid your home, the district attorney works with the pigs work with the judge works with the pigs. This jackboot thug pig sucker, this judge right here, he has a job and he makes money because the pigs bring him cases. He has this power and this position because the pigs bring him cases. He has meetings with the chief and the lieutenants of the police every day. He grants warrants every day for the police. They're all in it together. And whether they're getting straight cash kickbacks or they're just getting promotions and accolades, they're making more money, more money, more money. He works, this judge right here. That's why he doesn't say, hey, wait a minute. This guy got a DUI. Why are you just dropping the charges? He doesn't say that because the pig is the entry point, the tip of the spear of the money for the statists. That's why. That's why. That's exactly why.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the case.
So this case is getting dismissed, and the judge says, "Okay, okay."
We told the judge the state was declining to prosecute the case.
State's declining the charge. Is that right?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the case is declined. Do you know if there's any intention to investigating, or do you think it's declined?
Judge, I think that will conclude the criminal investigation.
Okay.
And
okay.
Assistant Attorney General Ron Dupuy, he's with the Office of Special Prosecutions that investigates cases when law enforcement is involved. He told me they looked at all the evidence, but decided there was not enough to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
And who decided that? The prosecutor who works with the cops day in and day out. Who decided that? Who made that decision? Read the comments. You're just on the wrong page, brother. That's all. You're just on the wrong page. That's all. I understand your jealousy. I understand your contempt. I understand the cop stick you have all the way down the back of your throat and you suck it. I get it, bro. I understand you got that cop stick up your backside. You love it. Your daddy was a pig. Your grandpappy was a pig. Your sister's a pig. I get it. I understand. I know who you are. We know who you are. You think I'm marked? You're marked. We know who you are. You watch the videos that I show, and then you say that I don't help anybody while you offer nothing. You want status quo. Yeah, you don't think I help people? Someday when the book comes out, you'll know. You'll know what I've actually done. It's not, I don't help people to be braggadocious. I help people because it's the right thing to do. Has nothing to do with me. I'm just the conduit. I'm the way we can raise the funds to help people. I got a fundraiser coming up as soon as my nonprofit comes through. I got a fundraiser coming up for Press with Rancor. And it'll be better when the nonprofit's done. So that way the money goes directly into the nonprofit. And then I can show the bank account and the receipts for the nonprofit, which I'll do every single month. And I'll show the accounting for the nonprofit. Most people do a nonprofit and they keep a third of the money for administrative fees. No, I do have a guy who we're going to pay $8,000 a month. I got a guy right now that we're going to pay $96,000 a year to run that nonprofit. I've already hired him. He's already worked with us for years. You just never met him. But we're going to pay that guy $8,000 a month because the nonprofit's going to raise millions. We're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's big donors here in the room right now watching. And when that nonprofit's done, I'll give you the We Support People link, which will be a Zelle link, so we don't have to deal with PayPal, Cash App, and all that stuff. And we will fund that nonprofit. We're going to pay that one administrator to run the entire nonprofit, the taxes, the bookkeeping, the paperwork, everything. And he's the one who's going to get a salary and a job. It's going to be his job to run that nonprofit. And then I'll do what I do on camera and I'll raise the money for the nonprofit. So we need that. We need that. Let me see. Do you guys like, so here, do you like this size right here? This is the Heller. So as you guys may or may not know, I have partnered with Dick Heller, an ex-cop who is the name behind the landmark Supreme Court case, Heller versus District of Columbia. I've partnered with him. And the reason I partnered with him is because we have the same mission to fight for our rights. He's a hardcore right. He's hardcore in his perspectives. He's an ex-cop. And he's a patriot and a freedom fighter. That's why I don't wish cops death. I wish that you find God and you quit that Death Star. So we're building this for Dick Heller. These are miniature souvenirs that you'll be able to buy from Dick Heller. And there's one of the little miniatures that you can buy. You can put it on your keychain. And then there's that one. That one's a little bit bigger than this one. But I mean, I think the 40% is good. It's big enough. Next paragraph. And I don't need 20 or 30 of them. I need 5 or 10. And then let's go into production and make 1,000 after this weekend. So we don't stop. We can't stop. We have to create okay, look, whether we like it or not, we live in this capitalistic society where they'll drown you in debt to end you. And we're seeing that with Trump. I don't like Trump. I don't support Trump. I don't want you to vote for Trump. I want you to vote for Bobby Kennedy Jr., even though he just did a picture with NYPD, like as though they're not the biggest problem in our country. Bobby, it makes me rethink wanting to vote for him. But you got to have this certain level of like, oh, I'm with the mainstream. No, you're not. So anyway, the point is though, we have to create funding apparatus to be able to take on the Fraternal Order of Police, to be able to take on the role of running for governor. And so Dick Heller knows what I'm doing. He agrees with what I'm doing. And he's an ex-cop. And I partnered with Dick. And all the trolls tried to call the Heller Foundation and say, oh my God, Dick Heller's partnering with Chille and he's bad. Well, the Heller Foundation called me up. I hadn't talked to them, just Dick and I were in conversation. And I talked to the Heller Foundation. By the time we hung up the phone, we're saying, how can we work together more efficiently? Because the Second Amendment people, the Heller Foundation, they're constantly being attacked by trolls, constantly. Dick Heller is constantly being attacked by trolls. And so so the way you're going to be able to financially support Dick Heller and me is by buying our products, buying the trifold. When the keychain comes out this next week, this happens next week. That's why I'm showing it to you guys. Let me show you the other ones real quick. Let me show you the miniatures. These are really cool. Let me show you the red one. Check that out. How cool is that? Then you get a little piece of Dick Heller, the freedom fighter who fought for he became a cop so that he could fight for our Second Amendment, because the Washington, D.C. ordinance banned you from having a gun at home. So Dick Heller said, he was my age. He was 49, 50 years old. I'm 49 now. And he said, I'm going to become a cop and bring my gun home. And that's exactly what he did. And then he became a Supreme Court cop, where only thing he did as a cop was escort the Supreme Court personnel from their cars to the annex building, the Supreme Court building that we see all the time. So there's the miniature in graphite. And now check this out. This red one is so dope. Let me give it to you in context. You can see it in context. Check out that little red one. Check that out. You'll be able to get these on HellerGunDude.com. HellerGunDude, HellerGun Dude.com. HellerGunDude. Check out that red one. How cool is that? And there's the graphite one on a pair of keys. So you can see how big it is. Those are tiny little keys for locks. That's how big your Heller Gun Dude keychain is. How dope is that? Yeah, these are coming out. I'm a huge Second Amendment supporter. And there's Dick Heller and I together. Yeah, Dick Heller is a huge freedom fighter, man. So you've heard of Heller 1, Heller versus District of Columbia in 2008. But have you heard of Heller 2? Have you heard of Heller 3? Have you heard of Heller 4, Heller 5, Heller 6, Heller 7, Heller 8, Heller 9, Heller 10? He's been fighting at the Supreme Court since 2008. When I met this man, I said, you're going to bring me to meet an ex-cop? And Michael Eline Said, "You sure am, man." And I said, "All right." And there's the keychains that you can buy to support Dick Heller. And a large percentage of the money that we make through HellerGunDude.com goes into my nonprofit and into his Heller Gun Foundation nonprofit. Heller Gun Dude, Heller, what's it called? The Heller Foundation Trust. Because Dick Heller is 82. He's got 10, 15 more years left. He's fit as a fiddle. But that's where you'll be able to get these little miniatures that go on your keychain. And that's what we're going to do with the money. I have a lawyer in Southern California. I have a lawyer here. I have a lawyer in Michigan who we need to fund to continue to fight. But this red one to me is just so freaking dope. This red one to me. And make sure you guys get over and subscribe. Look at that. How cool is that on your keychain? And then that brings up a conversation that you can have. Yeah, Roger, look, you're welcome to support Trump, and I we're Team DLZ. We're for changing the police system, but we won't be able to do that with Trump in office. But we won't be able to do that with Biden in office either. So right now, I'm shooting for governor. Let's get to governor first, and then we'll look at higher offices after that, because the people are sick of it. The people are sick of the oppression, the tyranny. People are sick of being railroaded by these jackboot thug pigs. So he only has 112 subscribers. He had 400 the other day. I guess some people fell off. There's not going to be any content on this channel for maybe another week. But in about a week, his channel will be populated. He's already making videos. So we're going to have, here's the link to his YouTube page if you guys want to subscribe. And I know you're subscribing to a channel right now that doesn't have any videos on it yet, but that's not the point. And this man literally saved the Second Amendment. So Heller Gun Dude, and it's I put the link in the chat. There that is. So if you guys will, he only has 112 subscribers. We have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours for him to be able to go live. And I'm not going to ruin it for you yet. I'm not going to ruin it for you. But Dick Heller and I are doing something big on the street, taking on cops. He's not anti-cop. He's anti-bad cop. He supports police. He doesn't support bad police. I'm working on him. And he's working on me. He's sending me videos too. So we're working on each other. But this guy and I get along like bread and butter. We had 3 dinners together. We sat there for hours talking because I had to know that, and he had to know that we're truly in the mission that we're in. And when I found out about Heller 2, Heller 3, Heller 4, Heller 5, Heller 6, I was like, I didn't even know that you were still fighting at the Supreme Court, that we were still fighting at the Supreme Court. I'm with you, Precious. I think Trump's a total scumbag. No respect for him at all. He's a total cop-sucking scumbag, but so is Biden. So don't let them divide us by politics. They've been trying to do it for years, by race, by creed, by height, by color, by weight, by glasses or no glasses. They try. Now, what do they do now? Oh, if you drink your water bottle with a pinky up, well, then you're bad, which I've done since I was a boy. Cultural appropriation. If someone wears braids, then you should be mad at them. If someone uses a wok or dresses up like a Mexican or dresses up like an Indian, that's the big one. You notice that as soon as they started banning the word Indian, now you never hear about them. How come? They've made them obsolete. Oh, they're Native Americans. No, they're Indians. When I was a boy, we played cowboys and Indians in school. As barbaric as what happened was, that was the zeitgeist of that era. So that's what I'm talking about. Let me show you guys something. And this is sorry about that. Let me show. So you said something here. Let me just show you something, because you're welcome to say whatever you want. I'm not going to ban anybody's speech if you're just supporting a political candidate. I'm not going to do that. I don't agree with you, but I'll show you a video here. and then you can tell me what you think. Oh, I searched the wrong way here. Let me show you this video, and you guys can tell me. So he's at 1.7 million now. He's at 1.7 million. Wonder if he's got that video up here still. I know it's on DeleteLawZ. Let me show you this video real quick. I'm trying to pull it up. Forgive me for my incompetence over here as I try to look this up. Okay, let me try it like this here. Maybe it's on here. Let me search it one more way, and if I can't find it, I'll give it up. I can't believe I can't find the video. Let me see if I can find like this. This one right here. This one right here. And I'm not even sure if this is the correct one. I think it is actually. You guys got to see this video.
Everybody says they're going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. President Trump said that he was going to drain the swamp, but then he brought John Bolton in to run the NSA. It was like the template for swamp creatures. And he brought Mike Pompeo in to run the State Department, who is the most bellicose and belligerent militarized foreign policy of any individual in our country. He brought Scott Gottlieb, a business partner to Pfizer.
Scott Lieb was also governor of Kansas. And then what he did is he did a deal with Pfizer to create synthetic insulin and fast-tracked it, and then went back over to being a board of director, be on the board for Pfizer, and he got all the money because insulin's the #1 drug in America.
In to run FDA, and Gottlieb did a $88 billion favor for his company. And then he left FDA back to the board of directors to collect his payoff. And if you look at every one of the agencies, the same thing happened. There were more lobbyists in government than at any time in American history.
That's what Trump did.
Running the agencies that are supposed to regulate their industries.
That's what he did.
And it wasn't about draining the swamp. I believed President Trump wanted to do that, but I don't think he was able to stand up to his bureaucracy.
And he didn't know how.
And he said great things. He said, I don't want to do lockdowns. They make no sense. And then he did 2
years of lockdowns.
And then a week later, he ordered them. A 2-week lockdown. That ended up in almost 2 years. He said that hydroxychloroquine worked, and then he backed down, so he was able to be rolled by his bureaucracy. And I believe that he had his chance, and that President Biden had his chance. The big issues that are confronting our nation, which is the destruction, the systematic destruction of the working poor, of the American middle class, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And we need a big change in this country.
He couldn't be more right. He couldn't be more correct. I want to listen to that just one more time. I want to just hear it one more time. I want to hear what he said.
Everybody says they're going to drain the swamp in Washington, D.C. President Trump said that he was going to drain the swamp, but then he brought John Bolton in to run the NSA. It was like the template for swamp creatures. And he brought Mike Pompeo in to run the State Department, who is the most bellicose and belligerent militarized foreign policy of any individual in our country. He brought Scott Gottlieb, a business partner to Pfizer, in to run FDA. And Gottlieb did a $88 billion favor for his company. And then he left FDA back to the board of directors to collect his payoff. And if you look at every one of the agencies, the same thing happened. There were more lobbyists in government than at any time in American history, running the agencies that are supposed to regulate their industries. And it wasn't about draining the swamp. I believed President Trump wanted to do that, but I don't think he was able to stand up to his bureaucracy. And he said great things. He said, I don't want to do lockdowns. They make no sense. And then a week later, he ordered them. A 2-week lockdown. It ended up in almost 2 years. He said that hydroxychloroquine worked, and then he...
Guess who took hydroxychloroquine? Knocked it right out in one day.
And then he backed down, so he was able to be rolled by his bureaucracy. And I believe that he had his chance, and that President Biden had his chance. The big issues that are confronting our nation, which is the destruction, the systematic destruction of the working poor, of the American middle class, and it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And we need a big change.
And he knows how to change things. So just so you guys know, if someone put a gun to my head, Chowder, I'd vote for Joe over Trump. He's a one world government status piece of shit. Trump's a real criminal. He's an actual piece of shit too. I'd vote for Biden over Trump. I wouldn't vote for Biden. So if you put a gun to my head and force me, you have to kill me. I'm not going to kowtow. There's the man right there. Drophead 74. That's the man right there who sent me $200 on Cash App. And when I got that Cash App, you guys heard what I did. I then turned to JB, who's packing the trifolds, and I said, finish up that 115 trifolds and ship them. Because Drophead 74 made that possible through my pay app. So that's just Felicia once again with another huge donation. She has the money. She's very successful and she's beautiful. And I appreciate her so much for supporting me and believing in me. Thanks, Felicia. Australian $300. What's the math on that? Let's figure that out real quick. It's $200. She matched the same amount that Deadhead 74 sent in. Wow, that's $400 people donated to me today. It's a huge responsibility. That's a huge responsibility for me to, and if you doubt my resolve, if you doubt my dedication to freedom and to fight for our rights, you can just ask Press with Rancor. Just ask him. Ask him if he has any doubts at all whatsoever, any distrust in me in any way, shape, or form. Ask him. He's on trial for his life right now. And we have put a team around this man. We have a team around him right now. So you corrupt officials in Michigan, I'll be seeing you real soon. And I'm coming, and hell's coming with me. That's the name of my camera, is Hell. And I'm going to get you on camera, and I'm going to prove that you're corrupt. The Tardif family, I'm coming to film you and ask you questions. I want to find out if you guys colluded together to prosecute this man. I have every right. I'm a known journalist across the country to ask you questions. I just want to know, did you guys collude together? Did the daughter who works with the prosecutor and the prosecutor's office, Lauren Wickman, did she collude with her pig brother, Cole Tardif, who's a canine pig? And did Cole Tardif collude with his daddy, who was the chief of police, Todd Tardif? It's a fair question to ask. The people want to know. Do you guys want to know if the Tardif family colluded with the prosecutor, Lauren Wickman? Put a 1 in the chat if you want to know. If you want to know if the Tardif family, where the dad's the chief of police, his son's a canine pig, and the daughter works in the prosecutor's office with Lauren Wickman, who has went to investigations and has ethics complaints because she went and found evidence. She went to the search site. Lauren Wickman, you're a jackboot thug pig sucker. The people want to know. I'm going to come and ask some hard questions. I want to know, Cole. I want to know, Todd. Are you colluding? And if you think that my commitment to this freedom, Les Paul, you got a wrench, dude. You're just not going to have it on StreamYard. Thanks, Felicia, for that $200. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just, there's just no question about it. And in about as soon as the nonprofit is done, I'm going to hold another fundraiser through my nonprofit. And that way all money goes through the nonprofit and not through my Cash App, my Venmo, and my PayPal. So then people like Deadhead74 and Felicia will be able to get a receipt and get a tax write-off for donating, because we're going to be a legitimate 501c 501c300. Is that what it is? I'm sorry, I can't remember the exact. So Drop Dead 74, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. April, I appreciate your support. Yeah, Chowder, I nothing but respect for you, man. I think it's a mistake voting for Trump. I think you should vote for Bobby Kennedy. I'm not going to tell another person what to do. I can suggest it. I'll tell you you're wrong if I think you're wrong, but I'm not going to try to control. Yeah, Ms. Constitutional Rights wants to know all about Press with Rancor and what's happened to this man and how they've cheated him. You guys get over here. I'm going to drop his link down in the chat. He's been dormant because the judge ordered part of his bond stipulation that he couldn't film cops, which I think is unconstitutional. And if I could, 501c3, thank you. This gentleman right here, he has a funny username that I don't like to say out loud, but this man right here, he's a freedom fighter. You know who he is. He's the guy that got arrested by Amy Moon in Florida 7 years ago, and I covered his video. He's a freedom fighter. He does things that you don't know about, and I'm not going to get into it because it's nobody's business. But he does a lot of things. He does a lot of things. Yeah, I have an affiliate program on I'm going to start to review a bunch of them, but like when in my spare time, it's like I don't have any time. Yeah. I can reach out to some of you guys, but remember so I was talking earlier to a guy named Spencer Cornelia. Spencer Cornelia. Well, I'll just show you. So this guy right here, this is Spencer Cornelia. So what Spencer Cornelia has a mission. That's why he has 500,000 subscribers like we do. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. And a lot of you are watching on Facebook right now. There's over 100 people on Facebook watching, and there's a bunch of people on Twitter right now watching as well, a handful. Spencer Cornelia is one of these guys who's dedicated to exposing grifters and scammers. And I'm a big fan. I watch a lot of Spencer's work because there's so many people who are frauds in our country that don't care about anybody but themselves. So he had made a video today that said CoffeeZilla exposed me.
Let's make it a broad diversity of videos. And then before getting into the current situation, I want to state that I have never been paid by any of the subjects of my videos, nor will I ever be. I have made some mistakes, but I do want to make it clear that I understand its importance. Right now, there's a video getting a lot of views talking about a situation that I was involved in. And so let's discuss it. A couple years ago, CoffeeZilla made a video on a kid named Nor Trades. I think this was 2021. And
remember, Spencer's mission is to expose frauds, grifters, and scammers. That's his mission, and he's on it. And that's why he has 500,000 subs. His videos are boring and dry, but they're informative and interesting when he exposes scammers. He's not a real good TV personality. He's dry, but he's got 500,000 subs. Why? Because of mission.
I went out and hung out with him, and a video was released on his channel of us hanging out and me not exposing him and not being confrontational as I probably should have.
Okay, so that's what happened to him. He's going through now where CoffeeZilla made a video about it. CoffeeZilla, well, I'll show you what I said to Spencer. So Spencer this morning put this video out because it said CoffeeZilla exposed me. And then he falls on his sword and says he's sorry for not going after the grifter and the scammer. So I then wrote him an email. I wrote him a comment here. And I said, Spencer, it's fantastic to reconnect with you. Reminiscent of that one time we discussed Bradley Martin, BM. I genuinely empathize with you. Allow me to share some insight story time. As my subscriber count rises, attracting attention from increasingly prominent YouTubers, they perceive you as their competition. That coffee dude will inevitably target me too. He can't help himself. His lack of a clear mission is evident. He's not out to illuminate the truth. There's no strategic plan. Coffee Zero latches onto whatever headline he can seize any opportunity to criticize. Unlike you, whose mission is to expose con artists, scammers. Coffee Zero is just chasing headlines. I've noticed this pattern. In the past 6 to 10 months, in the next 6 to 10 months, as I near 1 million subscribers, individuals like Coffee will feel compelled to attack, driven by their lack of purpose. It's somewhat ironic, especially recalling when you were discussing Coffee, kind of with Coffee, and had a somewhat friendly rapport with him, yet I chose not to watch him. A brief background. When I had 16,000 subscribers, members of the so-called 1A community began slandering me. James Freeman, Lackluster, and Long Island Audit all accused me of being a scammer and a grifter, aligning with anti-1A troll channels, cop supporters, and amplifying criticism against me on their channels, and even appearing on anti-1A troll channels to denigrate me. It was surreal, man. The situation only escalated from there, with an increasing number of people creating videos about me. 1A auditors, many of whom I had phone relationship with, having advised auditors on legal matters for over a decade. If Coffee is criticizing you, it's because he seeks views, well aware that disparaging you will draw some of your viewers to him. You might think, he doesn't need my viewers, but that's where you'd be wrong. Most YouTubers are true narcissists, a term I don't use lightly. Coffee is a narcissist. While I may be perceived as arrogant or even accused of suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect, which is true, I am not a narcissist. I have a mission and I do the work, much like you, Spencer. In real life, I assist people with bail, funding, and covering bills for numerous individuals. Oh, and Coffee Zero, feel free to make a video about me, buddy. Right now, Coffee subscribers, go ahead and inform Coffee Zero about my post. It only benefits me. Searching for me as a racist, criminal, or grifter will yield hundreds, if not thousands, of videos with making various accusations. However, when Coffee produces a video about me, it will inadvertently support me, introducing me to a broader audience. Individuals like Gunner TV and Penguin have tried to defame me. I considered suing for defamation, but then sales surged by 30%, with subscriptions, comments, and views increasing even more. They can't help themselves because they lack a mission, skilled only in highlighting the negative aspects of others. A certain @thatDanesh guy chose not to make a video about me, a wise decision for him. When a racist mob targeted me en masse across YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, harassing everyone from my mother to my friends, I realized the true extent of cancel culture. For you, Spencer, this is just a speed bump. That Dinesh guy proved to be an exceptional researcher. Having previously admired his work, I was impressed with his ability to uncover facts. So when that Dinesh guy conducted a thorough research on me and later informed me during a recorded call that he had no evidence of racism on my part, I was intrigued. I questioned whether he'd share those findings given the mob attacking me, but he declined. His hesitation was whether I'd ever spoken ill of him. Now you understand why I assert many of these individuals are genuinely narcissistic. That Dinesh guy showed he didn't care about revealing the truth. He only cared about maintaining his popularity, fearing the backlash of confronting the crazy racist mob and admitting he found no history of racism in my past. To counter the social media zeitgeist obsessed with bashing others to boost channel viewership, I've revamped my platform. Now I house 3-hour-long podcasts 5 or 6 days a week. This change is about branding myself, clarifying who I am and what I stand for. It significantly boosted my sales and attracted genuine supporters who grasp my mission. When they encounter hate videos about me, they argue I've watched 100 hours of him speaking directly to camera. He's the most scrutinous guys on YouTube. If there's a victim, bring them forward or I'm not listening. These defenders, some of whom don't even use real names, have never interacted with me in the comments or anywhere else. On another note, I've been thinking about reaching out to you about something I prefer not to discuss publicly. If you're open to a conversation, we can email. The simplicity of talk to text writing this message. To Coffee Zero and to all CoffeeZilla subscribers, go ahead and let him know I've called him out in this message. I've labeled him a narcissist and a clout chaser because he lacks a genuine mission. He's not focused on making a meaningful contribution to the world. Consequently, he will never find his ikigai. His incessant pursuit of headlines rather than meaningful engagement is precisely why he will never achieve his ikigai. The most critical aspect of researching ikigai, the most critical aspect of reaching your ikigai is when you do what the world needs most. But he won't ever manage that because he has no mission and the world doesn't need what he does the most. If you delve into the Japanese philosophy of ikigai, you'll understand precisely what I'm talking about. Coffee Zero, I'm eager to see your video response. So this will only help you in the long run, my friend. I wish you luck. So nobody's commented. These are all Spencer Cornelia's supporters. And he just apologizes for not going after the con man or the grifter or scammer that he was exposing. And he just apologizes and tries to say, I should have done a better job in my research. And I just want you guys to know me. You know, when I talk to you guys on the phone, so many of you have watched and listened to me for so long that you know who I am. And so when I talk to you, I'm already your best friend, but I don't know you. And so I have to get to know you a little bit and listen to you like I did Mr. P earlier today. So it's kind of a surreal thing. And I'm just so motivated to never, ever, ever give up this fight, to never stop. It's so funny. And then yesterday, you guys saw I exposed my ex-assistant who we did get his store taken down. And when the Team DLZ app comes out, I will then be able to guide you and direct you to different people who we need to take them down. They need to be taken down. And so I'll show you who they are, because they would do it to me. They did do it to me. They got all my accounts deleted. And so now I'm going to fight back. I'm just going to fight back, and I'm not going to tolerate it, because here's the thing. And I learned this, actually, it was in a movie called The Untouchables. Do you guys remember this? I don't know if I'll get copyright struck for showing it. It didn't pop up. I'm not going to show the video because I don't want to get copyright struck, because this is a Warner Brothers movie, but I'll let you listen to it.
Your Honor, we would like to withdraw our plea of not guilty.
This is against Al Capone, when his defense lawyer realizes the prosecution has him dead to rights. And this is The Untouchables, never stop fighting till the fight is done. So listen.
And enter a plea of guilty.
Listen.
Never stop. Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
What do you say? What do you say?
I said never stop fighting till the fight is done.
What?
You heard me, Capone. It's over.
Get out of here. You're not about a lot of talking a bit.
Here ended the lesson.
Never stop fighting till the fight is won.
Never stop. Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
Never stop fighting till the fight is done.
What do you say?
I said never stop fighting till the fight is done.
What?
You heard me, Capone. It's over.
Get out of here. You're not about a lot of talking a bit.
Here endeth the lesson.
Here endeth the lesson. And if you guys don't know, I could show you the video. I just can't show you as it runs. So Kevin Costner is a real G. When the Exxon Valdez happened in Alaska in 1989, what Kevin Costner did is he invented boats that could skim an apparatus that went on boats that could skim the top of the water and take the top layer of oil off. That's what Kevin Costner did. Did you know that? Like I've known this for a long time, but I've never got to share it. And so Chevy, what's going on, Chevy? Oh shoot. Chevy, today's the day. Today's Wednesday, right? Today, Chevy sent me $200 and Felicia sent me $200. I've sent 3 of that 400. Let's send the other $100 to Jason Dollarhide right now while you guys are here live. We got to keep that guy alive while he's in jail. Oh, didn't quite do it. Okay. So this is the final money for Jason. And then next week when the nonprofit is done, I have an audio of coming out of Jason Dollarhide. So let's send that last 100. Let's send this off to Jason Dollarhide's family. There it is. Screenshot real quick. Let me take the person's name out who I'm sending the money to. There it is right there. There it is, Chevy. Both of your hundreds and both of Felicia's hundreds are now gone. I sent 100 that day. I sent 200 last week on last Wednesday. And there's the final. And that all that money didn't come from me. It came from Felicia and it came from Chevy. They're the ones who donated this $400 the last. So we've given $400 to Jason in the past 3 weeks. So next Wednesday, we'll give him at least another 100. And then when the nonprofit's done, he needs some money for his daughter's school clothes. So let's wait till the nonprofit's done so that I have too much money going through my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. I mean, it's donations, so I'm not going to pay taxes on it. You can donate anytime you want, and I will give it to put Jason Dollarhide if you want me to give it to Jason Dollarhide. Then I'm going to take the Jason Dollarhide donations and transfer that money directly into the nonprofit. We support people as soon as it's done. And for the people who are supporters, thank you so much. I appreciate it. The people who can support, I appreciate it so much. And for the people who hate it, just watch it happen, baby. Just watch as I just collect all this money. Just watch, you haters. I'm going to collect money in the hundreds of thousands and the millions. All you cop sucking haters, watch how much money I collect from people. Watch how much money I collect. Oh yeah, Drop Dead 74 is watching Basil's videos. Yeah, we have the best people. Bruce has been with me since the beginning. He remembered when I was attacked from the people in the so-called 1A community because I'm the leader and they're not. And so it made them jealous. And I understand that. Listen, I never said I was humble pie. I'm not. I'm the leader. I'm in charge. And you want me on that wall. You need me on that wall. You can't be humble pie and say I'm the leader. Humility is dead. Social media has killed it. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Look at me. Look at my accolades. Look at all the medals. I mean, look, we all do it. We all do it. Look at my nephew, the state champion wrestler. It's on my phone. You don't think that's arrogant? Are you a better driver than other people? Are you a better driver? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a better driver than other people. If you drive down the road and you say, you stupid idiot, you're such a bad driver, put a 1 in the chat if you are a better driver than other people. Just put a 1 in the chat. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat. Let me put a 1 for myself. I'm a better driver than other people. Okay? And then you've heard the racist term, Asian drivers, no survivors. The #1 drift driver in the world is Asian. Yeah, you whip on a circle and you go around curves and up mountains and your car's on a sideways. The #1 driver in the world is Asian, but yet there's a term, Asian drivers, no survivors. Women drivers, no survivors. Is that true? Danica Patrick competed with the men. She's one of the few women who could actually do it in a sport that required physical endurance. Racing a car is hard. Look how many people say they're a better driver than other people. We are naturally an arrogant, pompous species. We naturally believe that we are better than other people. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's how we are as human beings. Are you a better father to your kid than your neighbor? Sure you are. Do you know people who are better parents than you? Put a 1 in the chat if you're the best parent to your children, if you're a better parent to your kids than other parents are to their children. Are you starting to see what I'm saying? Are you starting to get it? Are you starting to understand? Eric, I saw your messages. And please, when you email me through my website, contact me, please don't send me a bunch of messages. Just send me 1. I read every single message. I read them all. And if I get past the first line and it says, you are this, I just delete it real quick. I already saw your first 2 words calling me a piece of shit or whatever. Good job. You got me. But then I'm not going to read the rest of that shit. I just delete it. And if you send me a big, long book about what happened to you, then the first thing I'm going to say back is I'm not going to read this. I'm going to reply, do you have a video? And if you say no, I say, I don't know what I can do to help you. I don't know what I can do to help you. All right. I did my 3-hour podcast for the day. I've let you guys know some really intimate and personal details about me and the journey I've been down. And I'm going to continue to just sit here and blast the truth. Remember, if you're the leader and I'm the leader, if you're the leader, then people who also want to be the leader are going to attack you. And some of you might think they're good people. If you're the leader, then the people you're going against are going to attack you. Now you have people who are on your side attacking you, and now you have people who are against you attacking you. If you're the leader and you say something that offends somebody else's consciousness, they're going to attack you. They don't know your mission. They don't know you. They've never been in torture cuffs. If you're not on Team Blue, they don't care about you. It's never happened to them. All they hear is me saying cops are demons, cops are evil, cops are terrible. And they go, oh man, that guy's a hate monger. We hate him. Really? It's never happened to you. It only has to happen to you. It only has to happen to you once. Just one time. Just one time. I'm voting for Robert Kennedy Jr. I hope you guys join me. But if you vote for Trump or Biden, you're still welcome here on Team DLZ, because your vote is not going to be the deciding vote that's going to get Trump, Kennedy, or Biden elected. And I'm not going to blame you because you want to vote for somebody. Keep our team intact. Don't fight each other over politics. Support your candidate. You could, someone's saying in here Trump, someone's saying in here Biden, someone's saying in here, but my favorite one is from Roy. Team DLZ. We don't stop. Put it in the comment section. Let me get some names going here. We don't stop. Milena, good to see you. Thank you for coming. I got your email, Comply Borg. Thank you. I got your email. Thank you so much. Paul, love you, man. I'm so glad that you're on Team DLZ. Chuck P, just vote. And people say it doesn't matter if you vote. Yes, it does matter if you vote. Pig Punishers supporting Trump. God bless you, brother. I think you're misguided, but you're not the decider. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. You're voting. Ms. Constitution is in here. We got Chevy. Debbie Burke is in here. Debbie Burke. Nice to see you. Life Under the Microscope. That's me, brother. That is me. Carter's in here. Wanda Misa is in here. How's the videos going, Wanda? You got anything good? Send me a video. I'll cover it. I'll try to get you more subscribers. Wanda Misa is an auditor out there on the street. Wanda is a girl's name, but he's a guy. Well, how do I know if it's a girl's name? I'm just telling you what I've been taught. Jessica Kursked is in here. Milena, Roy, Ms. Constitution. Drop some comments in here. So Mikey B is in here so I can say your name. Mikey LaGrange. Dar North is in here. Good to see you, Dar. Raout is in here. Raout is not healthy. Raout has an oxygen tank on his I can't find you. Send me I'll show your picture next time, Raout. Got an oxygen tank, got oxygen on his face as he's out filming cops. I took a look at it. I was like, Steve is in here. Nice to see you. West Cast, Eric, Edie Rains, Team DLZ. Team DLZ. She's Team DLZ. She's got a hoodie from me. Hoodies are in stock, every size. Small, medium, large, extra large, double XL. And with every single hoodie, you get a trifold and you get a pair of cop cards in every single hoodie that you guys get. I have every size in stock right now. Team DLZ on the back. And inside of the hoodie, when I ship it to you, you get both a pair of cop cards and you get a trifold. So I add another $35 in value into your hoodie. I have every size hoodie in stock right now. And then Katie, we double checked. We sent you a tracking number, Katie. And then JB, did we check on that large hoodie that guy said he didn't get? Okay. Yeah, I do all the shipping here now. I have a guy who works for Team DLZ full time. And if you ever don't get your order, and let me address this. So several people have said in here that the cop cards are missing from their envelope. Can I tell you guys something? Someone emailed me. Whoever emailed me and said that your envelope was cut open on the sides and your cop cards were missing. I'm sorry that I said you were crazy. Whoever emailed me, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I get a lot of trolls who send me stupid, shitty emails. And so someone emailed me and said that when they got their envelope, the trifold was in there, but the cop cards were missing and the envelope had been razor blade opened on the side. And I said, okay, enough. No way. Victor Rice is team DLZ all the way. This man's on my team. This man's donated money to me, taken money out of his wallet and sent it to me. This man's team DLZ. You're telling me your envelope? No way. No way. I've heard this from several people now. Wow. I need pictures of that. Zane, go to my website, DeleteLawZ contact. You might have emailed me all. I'm sorry to the person, Paul Trickett. I'm glad your son's following as well. The cards are $10, Heather. The cards are $10. So, wow. Anybody else have their envelope opened? And now, of course, I'll get a bunch of misinformation as well. Yeah, I put tape on some of them. Yours was taped shut. I wonder if they opened it to check on the cards. Wow. Wow, that's so interesting. That's a special ed Andrew. So just so you know, when I first started on YouTube, it's really important that you drop comments for the activist, for the auditor, for the person who's actually doing things on the street, not being a front porch auditor. And special ed Andrew, he contributed to me where he would write a comment, just stopping by. He would leave that comment, just stopping by. And remember, I only had 10,000, 15,000 subscribers. Special ed Andrew's been with me since the very beginning. He's also an actor. And the way he would support me was by going to my comment thread and saying, just stopping by. And sometimes I would have on 3 different videos, just stopping by, just stopping by, just stopping by. He was just dropping a comment for the algorithm so that it would help me grow the channel. Because you dropping a comment, sharing the video using the share button. And I hate to be so shallow with this garbage of share, like, subscribe, but it's absolutely. Yep. Maximo, I know it. No way, April. April, I put a pair of cop cards in there. I did. I did. April's a friend. She's a supporter. Wow. Oh, people think it's a credit card. We're going to figure it out. April said, but I have lots of cards. I have 3 cards. I have 3 cars. I keep one in each. Yeah. April, to make sure that she has the cards, she's ordered several. I've given her several for free, but April has ordered multiple times for me just to support the mission. So I appreciate it. All right, listen, I better get the flock out of here. Oh, is that right? Thank you, targeted Patton. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, I got to get the flock out of here. I've been here 3 hours. I've dedicated to spending as much time as I can with you guys. I have other stuff I have to do, so I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mark. When your order got delayed, I call. I just, if you order something for me, if you order a product for me and you don't get it, Debbie, go to my website and I'll send you the PDF. You can print out multiple. If you order a product for me and you actually pay money for a product and you don't get it, that really weighs on me. I can't function. That's why I stopped doing t-shirts and hoodies for so long. But now that I have JB here shipping full time, I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. All right, listen, I better get the flock out of here. Did I see something? Is that right? Ryhoot, thank you, man. Ryhoot Serious Audits. Thank you so much, dude. All right, listen. You're just adding to the people who are going to hate me. Stick a needle in your eye, you hater. We don't stop. Put it in the chat. We don't stop. No, the cards are redesigned. Do you guys want to see the redesign before I go? Do you want to see the redesign? JB, can you go into, can you find those cop cards and send them over to me? I got it. I got it, JB. One sec. You guys want to see the redesign of the cop card? Here comes the cop card. John L., thank you for your donation. Yahoo, thank you for your donation. Roy, the guy who buys all the memberships here, thank you for your donation. Tommy Mills, thank you for your donation. God bless you. Okay. Let me show you guys the new cop cards. Here they are right here. Let me airdrop this to my computer. Here's the new redesigned cop cards. One's coming through. There's one of them. I'll pop that open in 1 second. And here's the other cop card. Redesign them completely. You guys are going to love this. Here's the new cop cards coming out. These new cop cards won't be here till Friday, and we are out of the... So originally, remember, I thought I ordered 1,000 cop cards, and I thought they cost me like $7 a piece. And then I found out that we ordered 5,000 cop cards. So then I dropped the price from 30 down to 10. Actually, I dropped it from 30 down to 7, and my business mentor said, no, you need to make money. So then I put it back at 10. And now I do 2 sets of cop cards for $15. So here's the new design cop cards. Okay, cool. Let me share the screen with you guys so you guys can see them. They're just a lot more readable. They're a lot more clear now, so you can see the cop cards. These are great. There it is. Let me see what you guys can see. Okay, cool. I redesigned them. So right here, now they're blue and they're yellow. So now this one, it's just more clear. Cop cited, start filming and state, I invoke my First Amendment right. 2017, Turner versus Driver upholds First Amendment. It's your right to film police. Cop approaches and states alleged infraction or questions you. While filming, give cop all required legal docs and state, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. See, it reads now so clear. Fifth Amendment's unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you. And then down here, cop asks you to exit the vehicle. While filming, exit and lock the doors. Remember, I said earlier, it's on the card. It's actually right there. While filming, exit and lock the door. Show this card or state, I do not consent to searches or seizures. Cop, 1977, Pennsylvania. Cop believes you're armed and presently dangerous. Number 4, cop asks consent to search. While filming, if you give consent, you can then revoke consent by stating, I revoke consent, stop searching my auto. Fourth Amendment upheld by the 2018 case, United States versus Williams. If you give consent, you can revoke consent. Cop says he smells weed. This case law only applies to states that sell medicinal or recreational marijuana. While filming, show card or state smell is not probable cause. Commonwealth versus Barr 2021. Smell is not probable cause. Number 6, cop says he's calling in a canine drug dog. While filming, show this card or state extending the stop violates my rights. 2015, Rodriguez versus United States. Cop cannot extend the stop to call in a canine without reasonable articulable suspicion. And let me see what you guys see. Do you see the yellow card now? Okay. This is the redesign. This is the redesign of this card. So now here, I just changed it a little bit. We got where you can get them now. You can get them on DeleteLawZ.com. Cop citing, start filming and state, I invoke my First Amendment rights. 2017, Turner versus Driver upholds First Amendment. It's your right to film police. Number 2, cop approaches and says any words at all while filming state these exact words. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. And the reason why is because the Fifth Amendment's unequivocal. Cop loses qualified immunity for questioning you. But the reason you have to say these exact words is because the 2013 case of Salinas versus Texas. Cop asks you to exit the vehicle while filming. Exit and state, I plead the Fifth Amendment. I do not consent to searches or seizures. 1997, Maryland versus Wilson. This is the non-driver card. So Pennsylvania versus Mims is for the driver. The non-driver policy created by the black robe tyrants on the Supreme Court says the 1997 case of Maryland, cop believes you're armed and presently dangerous. So you have to exit the vehicle. Number 4, if you're the non-driver, and you should have this on your visor, everybody should have this on their visor. For your passengers, you tell them you read the card and you shut up. So cop demands ID. He says he has RAS. While filming state, I plead the Fifth Amendment, identify as good citizen, no ID is required. With RAS, Hibble versus Nevada says citizen must state how they ID, not give ID without probable cause. You tell the cop off, use vulgar language. Cop says he's going to charge you with this or that. While filming, free speech is protected by the First Amendment. 1971, Cohen versus California. Cop loses qualified immunity for arresting you. Cop says, let me talk, don't interrupt me. While filming, state my right to free speech is protected by the First Amendment, 1987, Houston versus Phil. It's your right to interrupt police. You don't get to talk over you. That's not how it works. You are free. You get to use any words you want. So there's the new redesigned cop cards. I'll give, so Clown Patrol asked if you bought a digital copy of the old ones, can you get the new ones? I'll give them to you right now and you don't have to pay anything. I'll give anybody the digital copies for free right now. All you have to do is email me. I'll give you the trifold for free digitally. I'll give you the cop cards for free. I mean, I've given away what do you think? 300 or 400, JB? You think that's about right? Maybe 350? We've given away about 350 trifolds this week to people for free. Ones that I put in the mail and ship to you for free. Oh, will you grab me those other 2 envelopes of the ones that came back? There was that one for Mr. P, and then there's 2 more envelopes over there. Do you see them on my desk? 2 envelopes that came back in the mail. No, not that one. The other one. There's 2 more envelopes, the people whose cards came back in the mail. And these were free cards that I sent out. Okay. No, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. If you guys can't afford my products, I'll do next stream. Are those them? Okay. Yeah. Thanks. So I got Kyle Hootman in Ohio. Kyle Hootman, your cop cards came back. Your cop cards came back. Your cop cards came back from, see that yellow thing? That means the cop cards came back in the mail to me. And then I have R Montana in Montana. I have, let me go like this. If you know anything about Libby, Montana, if you're from Libby, Montana, and you were expecting some cop cards in the mail for me, your envelope came back. So, okay. 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 All right. I got to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming to this long TED Talk. You know, I'll try not to mention, I just have to I have to share with you guys how many people attack me so that you know when you see these things and you hear things that the people who I lead don't want to be led by me. They don't want me to be the leader, so they say bad things about me. And then the people who I oppose say bad things about me. So I just have to be totally transparent with you guys. And that's what I'll do. All right, I got to get the flock out of here. Love you too, Joseph. Thanks for coming, man. Really appreciate it. Love you too, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Chevy! Later, Gators.